psychiatrist. Come in, take a seat. So I take it you're Mr. Ian McConnell?
Yeah, but call me Eemec.
Ah, right, okay. So what brought you here today, Mr. Eemec?
Well, Doctor, I've been feeling a bit blue recently.
Oh, I can see that. Very blue indeed.
Oh no, this is just my look.
Ah.
I mean, I've been feeling a bit depressed.
Ah, okay. Well, let's start at the very beginning. What was your childhood like?
Well, I started off pretty basic.
In what way?
Well, I was a normal guy. And then in my teenage years, I started to spiral out of control.
And what do you mean by spiral?
No, literally, I became more of a spiral. I was trying to be more integrated, trying to look the part.
Right. So how would you describe yourself now?
Well, I've reinvented myself.
Oh, that's fantastic. Although I doubt anyone has really noticed. Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I work in IT. I tell people I've got a whole team working with me. But that's just a lie. That's just what I tell everyone, so that when something goes wrong, they'll think that someone will sort it out.
So when you're not working, what do you do with your time?
Well, I try to get people to come along to RMS talks, but no one seems interested.
Understandable. Anything else?
Well, I spend an unnecessary amount of time working on my portfolio, my goals and aspirations, and time management. It is ironic, but that in itself is a massive waste of time.
Indeed it is, Mr. Eemec. So do you find it quite easy to separate your work life from the rest of your life?
Oh, the one thing that really annoys me is when people write non-academic matters on the academic discussion board. The academic discussion board is for academic matters only. It is certainly no place for humour. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, Mr. Eemec, normal people don't really get that bothered about that sort of thing. Tell me, would you describe yourself as an angry individual?
Absolutely. I can be outrageously arrogant and disrespectful, but that's the beauty of being able to remain anonymous. I will just keep going until somebody reports me.
Interesting. And what is your social life like? Any friends?
Yeah, I like to think I've got a few pals. But they're always busy, like overbooked, you see. And I swear, it's always the same people that seem to get to them first. It's like they've got a sixth sense about these kind of things.
I can understand why that would be incredibly annoying for you. First of all, I'm going to ask, do you ever have any feelings of superiority? You know, any feelings that you're better than those around you?
Well, I like to think of myself as a saviour. When there's a student freaking out the night before an exam, I'm there to post overly detailed questions, designed to freak them out. And when there's a lecture cancelled, I will let everyone know just 2 minutes before it's due to start.
Interesting. And do you live with anyone else?
No, I knew I was desperate when I started advertising for flatmates.
Now, I've got some slightly more sensitive questions to ask. Is that okay?
Go on.
Have you ever used e-drugs at any point in your life?
Well, I used to a lot for PBL, but that's because everyone else was.
Right, and how often are you doing that now?
Maybe once or twice a year. It's more fun when I'm drunk.
Interesting. But what's this in your notes about Eemec rape? Were you abused at all?
A couple of times by my flatmates. But I reported them, and now it really only happens once or twice a year when people have got nothing better to do.
And do you ever feel paranoid about anything?
Well, there's the bumping. That's exactly what I'm talking about!
And does this bumping ever stop?
Maybe for a few days, and then it just starts up again. Bump, 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 bump.
Interesting. Now I understand this is a sensitive question, but obviously I have to ask, are you in a relationship at all at the moment?
Well, no. But I don't really need one. I've slept with everyone in that waiting room.
I find that incredibly difficult to believe, Mr. Eemec.
Oh God. Is it that obvious?
Very much so. It's written all over your interface.
Well, I would like to have someone, but sometimes I have trouble loading, as it were.
So when is this at its worst?
Just like around exam times, when I've got stuff going on in the background.
How embarrassing. The less said about that one, the better. Tell me about your family.
Oh, well, I've got a brother, Cal.
Go on.
Cal's brilliant. Cal's quirky. Cal makes studying fun. I am just as funny as Cal. My puns are fantastic. My cheese ones are the best. I'm really quite good at them.
I struggle to get a down, Mr. Eemec.
An E down, perhaps?
Please stop.
So, Doc, how did I do?
Pardon?
Well, how about some feedback? Now.
I don't think I can. I'll let your doctor know.
No, you don't understand. I need feedback. It is my one falling position in the university league tables. It is solely due to lack of feedback.
But no one actually reads the feedback.
So what? Do I have to keep pestering you until you give me some feedback? Do I have to pop up on a form every time you log in?
But what will you even do with that feedback?
I will take everything you say and make it into a graph.
But that is utterly useless.
I will set Melissa Felberg on you!
Mr. Eemec, that is quite enough. Now this is highly suggestive of mental instability.
Wait, so you think there's something seriously wrong with me?
Well, it'll take a while for the results to come back.
Yeah, but surely you know the results right now.
Well, yes, I do. I've calculated it all and I've entered it into the system. But the Board of Examiners needs to meet first to discuss them, and we fancy a long holiday. It's only been 3 months since we last met, and obviously any adverse weather conditions will affect things.
So how long are we talking?
It takes on average 3 years for your results to come back. You might be lucky in getting before you finish your degree.
But what will I do? Where will I go? What if I need to book train tickets?
Doctor, what happened? He's crashed. How could this have been possible?
The SSCs must be up. He didn't stand a chance.